What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flame078. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm slowly getting back into the routine of creating my tips and tricks and content that I normally produce, where I kind of plan this out a lot more than I typically do. So bear with me if this is something new to you guys. I know we've received a lot of new support lately thanks to the shorts that I've been releasing, and I thank you guys so much for that. Those are still coming. I have my next batch ready, just need to work on that, but just still recovering from being sick, so it's going to be a little bit slower to get things up and running. But today's video, I wanted to talk about Apex Legends and its War Games event, or in this case, War Game Disaster, because honestly, this is kind of the worst events that I've seen leading up to a new season. You know, their intention here was to get us ready to hype us up with a new season, but that's just not the case. Obviously, the trailer in itself is getting me hyped, but playing the game and seeing the content that we were expecting not happen really puts a damper on things, and that's kind of what I'm going to rant on a little bit. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the experience. Let's talk about what's supposed to happen, and you know what actually happened. So War Games was supposed to bring us 5 modes that were taking over normal Apex, and why this always excites me as a casual gamer is because Respawn likes to do these things to experiment, to see what works, does not, and basically introduce these concepts in the future in a later update, which, you know, for example, they did that with the Evo shields, which was the minute they were brought into it, I was like, yes, I love the concept and all that stuff. And that's what I was excited for, because a lot of these tweaks and these modes seem like good ways or possible ways to maybe change up the way you played the Battle Royale mode of Apex Legends. And if you're wondering why I'm saying that, well, we're getting a new 3v3 mode, arena mode, coming for Legacy Season. So it's going to be quite different ways to play Apex, so they have to change things up so that way people keep coming, people keep enjoying, and people keep kind of challenging yourselves, you know, to play the game. That's what I would do. That's why I enjoy playing ranked. So the 5 modes were supposed to be Second Chance, Ultra Zones, Auto Banners, Killing Time, Armor, Regen. So that was it. Each of them brought their own things, and it started off strong. Second Chance was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. I hope you guys got a chance to play it. Essentially, you guys got a one do-over where you would, after you died, you would respawn with all your stuff exactly where you were and had the opportunity to get revenge or honestly rotate out. You had, you know, those two options provided different ways to play the game. If you got third party, maybe you can get revenge. If not, you were like, holy crap, this has become like a crazy battlefield, maybe let's dip, and you could possibly do that. So it actually provided a lot of fun. So it started off strong. It was great. But then all of a sudden they had to stop it because they were having issues with tracking, and they were like, all right, we're going to push it off to the end. All right, well, okay, at least it's coming back, so that's good. We can continue on. And then they moved on to Armor Regen, which was basically after not taking damage after a while, you would get your armor start to heal up, kind of like Call of Duty health style, if so to speak, which was not as fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was cool. I thought it was an interesting concept to be, but it was something that I felt eliminated kind of a big part of playing the game. You know, I talked about it in my short, where essentially Armor Regen basically eliminated sniping from the game because there was no point to poke at someone because you weren't doing anything. You weren't eliminating their resources, because if by the time you actually push them back, they were probably going to be full healed anyways. So it seemed like kind of lackluster in that regard. And then after that, we got Ultra Zones, which essentially is like flashpoints or the hot zone, and you know, the ability to heal health and shield after not taking damage was sped up in that zone particularly, which was supposed to create this sense of kind of chaotic battles, but it was just not fun. I don't know if they changed it from the previous iteration, but the circles were not changing enough. I liked it better when the Ultra Zones updated as the match progressed, but when the Ultra Zones just stayed static, it was just really dumb in my opinion, and didn't really do anything for the game. And honestly, it just felt like normal Apex, which was kind of a bust. So that would be the only thing that I would say with Ultra Zones was essentially they should not be static. They should be dynamic if they were going to implement that kind of concept, because if not, it seems kind of wasteful. But then afterwards, I wasn't actually able to play auto banners, but then auto banners became having issues and people were crashing. So they had to, reset. And then they actually, because of all this, I think there's some other issues that happened as well when I was not playing. They scrapped it, and then they scrapped the last mode, Killing Time, which was supposed to speed up the match as people died, which was actually something I was really looking forward to, because that could be crazy that the match timer or the ring timer would change based on who's alive, which would be really cool, eliminating the whole kind of waiting around type thing. But it's not happening, unfortunately. So that sucks, and it just goes to show that there's a lot more to game development than meets the eye. As a casual gamer, I would love to bash Respawn for not doing their jobs and making sure this event ran smoothly. But I'm also a software engineer, and I kind of understand kind of the intricacies of what's going on. So I can kind of give them a benefit of the doubt in certain areas. But, that still doesn't mean I'm not mad with them. This mode was supposed to be hype and exciting, and it just turned out to be the opposite for me, at least. I don't know how everyone else is feeling about this mode, this LTM, this takeover or whatnot, but this wasn't it for me. I was expecting more, expecting to enjoy things. It would have been fine if we got to play all 5 modes, and 3 of the modes were not as great as I thought they would be, but at least we got to try them all out. But the fact that I didn't get to play all of them, and some of them were taken out before we even got to try, just really is a damper to the spirits of having and enjoying content that Respawn and Apex is providing. Because one of those things that, as a casual gamer, we want to be able to come in and enjoy new stuff, new different ways to play. That's what keeps us coming in from long days of work. Or if not, then we'll just gravitate towards different game. But if this development team and Respawn keeps coming out with updates that break everything or break a certain aspect every time, and they have to hot fix it, that leaves this cycle of just not being excited for updates in the future. Because why would you be excited if something might break? Like, well, don't be excited for day one and wait 2 weeks, and then boom, maybe you can get excited, because then now the game will actually be playable. So it is a little bit disheartening, to say the least. But I'm hopeful. I'm looking forward to Legacy, the new season. I'm excited for the new arena mode. I'm praying, that things won't be game breaking, but either way, when it comes to the core and fundamental of Apex Legends, the game still is top tier. Ranked is still heavily in my sights, working to get through platinum in this last week of ranked. So please make sure to stay tuned. My tips and tricks YouTube shorts will be coming back in full force. Stay tuned. Subscribe to me on Twitch if you guys want to see me work on this live. I'll be getting back to live streaming hopefully next week, so we can just chat about gaming, Apex Legends, all that good stuff, and from the casual perspective, because that's kind of the angle I want to provide for you guys. And subscribe to this channel if you're not already. It really means a lot that we broke over 100 subs. Getting that custom URL really means a lot. And so that way I'll be providing more content for you guys. And that way, once I'm now fully healed, fully back to get into the mode of things. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. What are you guys thinking about War Games? Was it a disaster for you as it was for me? What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section down below. Let's have a conversation. Enjoy. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Until next time. Adios.